In the last tutorial, we have learned about the CRUD operation that we can perform on our Cloud Firestore. Now, if you haven't seen the previous video, please check it once to get familiar with what on Cloud Firestore and how we can perform it. Now, by this tutorial, we will be learning how to build a beautiful UI for our application Grokit. So we can start the video by just logging into our account via Google. Now, once we are logged in, let's change the UI for here. So I can go to home page and here I can arrange it once. Okay, now instead of a container, our body will be a single child scroll view. So I can write a single child scroll view, and in the app bar, I can give it a background color of the colors.black and also give it some title via rich text. It will take a text of text span, and now this text span will have a children of the type text span itself, and we can write here a text span. Let's get some text, say G. We can also style it via text style, having some font family of Andra, as well as a color of say colors.white. We can type a GR and we can just copy it once, paste it here and paste it here. Now we just want our O to be in a different shade, and I can write here GKIT. Let's change its color to light blue and press Ctrl and S. Now here we have our name, that is application name, so let's make it in the center by changing the center right flag to true. Okay, so the next thing we'll be needing will be a drawer for getting the user information. So we can construct a drawer here. So I will just come out of the app bar, and behind here I can just type drawer to be a drawer. Now here we will have a drawer here. So if I open it, you can see it takes more width than it's necessary. So I can just refactor the following drawer into a container and give it some width. Let's say 200. Cool. Now I can give this drawer a child. Let's say a child of list view. The list view will have a child, that is children. Now let's get a drawer header first. Now this drawer header will have a child of say circle avatar of the user image. Let's come out of drawer header and use some text for our user name. It will have some styling of text style, having some font family of Andra, as well as a color dot blue gray. Give it a bracket here. Now this will be our user section, so I can just give some padding to our username from left. So I can refactor it into padding from only left. 20 is enough. Okay, so it will be enough because the username can be big or small accordingly. Now we can assign a divider here. So I will come out of the padding and I can assign a divider. Let's change this color via colors dot blue gray. Okay, so we have our username as well as a circle avatar for his account. So we can assign further option here. But before that, let's make some changes on our home screen. So we can do one thing, that is create another class for the drawer itself, because the drawer will have many buttons and everything. So I can just copy everything, that is container, and let's make a new folder of widgets, and under this widget I can create a new file for home page drawer dart. Now here I can import a dependency of material.app and create a stateless widget. Let's say homepage drawer, and instead of this container we can just simply paste it here. Cool. Format the document once. Now here instead of this we can simply have a homepage drawer. So the next thing will be arranging the home page. So I can give this single child scroll view a column. Now the column will calculate the children. So let's give the first children somewhat image for our grocery store. So I can just type here a size box of height say 100 as well as a child of clipped r rect, which gives our entire widget some border. So I can write here border radius dot circular, let's say 5, as well as it will have a child of container. Let's say it will have a decoration of box decoration. It will have an image of decoration image. Now this decoration image will contain a image. It will be from asset, so it will asset image. Now I can type here images slash grocery.jpg and also give it some fit for box fit dot cover, and similarly let's give it some width of 500. Press Ctrl and S. Now it will be an image from here, so let's give it some padding from everywhere so that it will look more cool. So I can refactor it into a padding from all. Cool. Now let's increase the border radius. So I can increase the border radius from here. Let's give it a 10. Okay, it looks perfect. Now the next thing we'll be building is the main categories of our grocery store, that are eggs, breads, milk and etc. So we can arrange a list view here. So coming out of this padding, that is after here, so I can write here a size box, and it is always better to fit everything in a size box so that our entire widget can be scaled manually. So I can give it some height, say 100. As usual, it will have a child of list view. Now list will have a children. Now let's say we can scroll it horizontally, so I can change the axis direction. So I can write a scroll direction, axis dot horizontal. Now it is going to have a children, so I can give it a container here. Now the container will have a child of a column. The column will contain children. Now let's give a circle avatar. Here it will have a background image. From image.asset, from asset image, now we can write here images slash x.jpg and give it some radius, let's say 50, and below this circle avatar it will have a text of the particular category. So I will write here x. Let's give it some more styling, style textile, font family Andra. Now you can also do one thing, that is change the default font family of the entire application via main.dart file, else make everything manually. So I can write a color.blue gray. Give it a bracket here, press Ctrl and S. Now you see we have bottom overflow of 14 pixels, so we can decrease the height of the circular avatar. Okay, so we have our X. Now let's give some padding to our text from top. It will have only padding from top, let's say 10. Cool. Now let's give the entire size box some padding from top, so I can write here only 10. Cool. Also from left I can give some padding of 20. Okay, cool. So now let's give some padding to our X section from left, so I can write a container, refactor using padding only left by 10. Cool. Now let's create some of more categories. So just by copying this padding once, let's paste it, paste, paste, paste and paste. So let's change the icons and text here. So I can just come up here. So we have our categories here that are the following things. So now let's create some duration for the user so that he can choose the products according to the duration, that is day, night, evening as well as afternoon. So coming down of this size box, that is our main padding. Here we can declare some text which says timings. It will similarly have a style of textile having some font family of say Andra. Let's give it some color of colors dot green, light green accent. Now let's check it once. Cool, we have a timing here, so let's convert it into somewhat darker shade, that is light green, and give it somewhat padding from top. Good, so we have our timing section here. We can also do one thing, that is give a divider on top of the timings, so we can do likewise just by having a divider. Give a bracket here, give it some color, and for such thing blue gray color is best, so I can also convert this into a size box. Cool, now let's change the width of the size box, so I can write here 300. Cool, so it looks cool now. So in the section of timings we can assign a buttons in the form of accent chips, so I can write here another size box, let's say having a height of 100 as well as children of a row. Now in this row let's input action chips, so I can write action chip. Now it will take a label. Now the label will take a text, so I can give it a text of morning, give it some style of text style as usual. Let's change the font family to, let's say what we have other fonts here, so I have this label font, so I can copy this from here, paste it here. And the next thing we need is a on pressed, so for now is on pressed does nothing, so it have a action chip here. So we can also do one thing, that is color action chip, so I can write background color, so let's give it some morning color, that is deep orange accent. Cool, now let's arrange other chips, so I can just copy this once, paste it here. Okay, so let's change it, so I can write here now. The next thing will be need is the top trending products from our store, so I can just refactor it once from here. Now here I will get rid of the size box, and here I will give a text saying top products. Let's give some style of text style having font family of Andra, and similarly a color, say colors dot light blue, format document once. Now here we can arrange a grid view for our entire page, so we can do it likewise. So we can come out of this text, give it a size box, give it a height, let's say 400, as well as a child. Let's say it will have a child of grid view from the builder. It will take a grid delegate as well as item builder. So we have to fetch the data from the Cloudflare store itself, so we can arrange a method which will be a feature for importing all the items that are documents from our Cloudflare store. So I can just go up, and here at the top of the return statement I can declare a new method here, which will be a future, which says get data in a synchronous way. It will say variable database is equal to firestore dot instance. Now we can retrieve all the data in the form of snapshots, so we can arrange a query snapshot. Let's name it snapshot is equal to database dot collection. Now we already have a demo collection here for our car name that we have initiated in the previous lecture, so I can write a collection dot get documents. Now it will show here error because we need to add an await statement here. Now here we can return the following documents in the form of snapshot dot documents. Now we have completed our future method. Now it will throw an error, but no worries, I can just copy it from here and in our grid view dot builder. So before grid view builder we have to arrange a future builder here, so I can write a future builder as we have initiated a future widget, so it will take a future, which will be our get data, and similarly a builder, which will take a context as well as snapshot. Now here we have to check whether the data we have data or not, so we can arrange a if else statement for snapshot dot connection state if it is in a connection state dot waiting. We can arrange a loading widget here, so I can write here return in a center. It will have a child of linear progress indicator along semicolon here, and if else it has data, it will return a grid view dot builder, and this will contain a grid delegate as well as item builder. So in grid delegate we can type here sliver grid delegate with fixed axis count. Now we have to give axis count to, let's say 2. So let's say we have a 2 atoms per row, and as well as an item builder, let's give it semicolon here. Now in terms of item builder, it will take a build context of context. It will take a build context of context as well as say integer of index. Now here, taking this builder, we can just return a container. Let's say a container will have a decoration or box decoration. It will have a color from colors.red and also some padding from everywhere so that it will be distinctive. So I can write a padding of 15, and similarly we can have a text. So just reload your application once. Now here let's take the data of the user from our Google authentication. So if we check our authentication model, that is this authentication, we can see that we have implemented a string of email, name and photo URL which have the data of the user.display name, email as well as photo URL. So we can use these strings to get the data of the user. So in the home page, that is in the widgets here, under the username I can simply say name, and similarly in the circle avatar I can have a background image of network image, and let's check what we have named our its photo URL. So just copy it from here and paste it here. Let's Ctrl and S, and now let's log in with Google. Now we have logged in, and similarly we can see a grid view here. So now you can see I have my photo as well as name here. Now in the further lecture we are going to implement further options here, that are my orders, my future list, that is my wish list, previous orders as well as profile, entire profile, and here we will be arranging some of the products that are from here. So the type of eggs, sauce, breads, etc. So before ending this video, let's create a new floating action button in our main home page. So I can write a floating action button to floating action button. It will have an on press method. For now it will have a null, and similarly it will have a child of icon from EVA icons for search. Let's get somewhat color, so I can give it a color, background color, colors dot black, and similarly some color for search, so I can write color, colors dot light blue, accent. Cool. So now in the further lecture we are going to arrange different classes that are pages for our entire items list, that is eggs, sauce, breads, etc. for the timings, and as well as all the product list, and along with some search functionality. So I hope you have learned some of the basic UI techniques, and I will see you in the next one. Till then, goodbye.